Last time when we reviewed the OnePlus Buds, we weren't too impressed with it. The price was a bit on the higher side, the fit wasn't amazing, and the controls, well, they were restricted to only OnePlus devices. It looked like OnePlus was trying to pull an Apple on us, and not in a good way. Well, now that we have the Buds Z with us, let's see if OnePlus has managed to improve in any of those aspects. By the way guys, if you hear cracker sounds throughout the video, well, that's because we're shooting on the eve of Diwali, so please, bear with us. Looks wise, quite a lot has changed here. We have a pill-shaped box, kind of like the older Samsung Galaxy Buds. Inside, the shape though is completely different. If the OnePlus Buds were inspired by the Apple AirPods, then the Buds Z have drawn theirs from the AirPods Pro. But to be fair, it's a change that I personally appreciate a lot. In-ear style TWS are way more comfortable than the half in-ear style ones. So props to OnePlus for making that all-important change. Not just that, the box also comes with replaceable ear tips in different sizes. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all situation, which again is great. As for the rest of the inbox contents, we get a red OnePlus Type-C cable, a card to join the Red Cable Club, and some paperwork. So pretty simple unboxing. Let's set those away and see what's new with the Buds Z. Nothing new here though, it's your same old host Omurto here on C4eTech. So if you do end up liking our tech content, please do consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on that bell icon so that you get to be a part of our notification squad. Now one thing that I gotta mention is that this box, not that simple to open it one-handed. There's a slit here and everything, but the finish on it is just so slick that my fingers can't really get a purchase on it. Anyway, once we do get it open, we have the earbuds nestled nicely inside. Now, overall the build quality here is quite good. I like how the box snaps shut with a satisfying sound. And at 40 grams, the Buds Z are easy enough to slip into any jeans pocket. That being said, I do miss the vibrant blue of the original OnePlus Buds. The Buds Z are available only in the regular white or grey. And frankly, they look a bit boring. Maybe OnePlus can add a red accent ring or a streak or something to jazz up the looks next time. Of course, we do have the special Steven Harrington edition, and just like his funky, colorful art style, these Buds just ooze character. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any specific date or price. The OnePlus website just states that the special edition goes on sale sometime in November 2020. Moving away from the looks for a bit, let me slip in a quick word about comfort before we delve into the sound. Now, as I have stated many times before, in-ear is my favorite design. These just weigh 4.35 grams each, so perfect for long listening sessions. And I even tried attending a phone call with them. Walking around the room, sitting down, the Buds Z never felt uncomfortable like they're gonna fall off. So a big thumbs up from me in terms of comfort and a major upgrade over the original Buds. I didn't like the fit of them at all. But with the new ones, you can go jogging or be at the gym and not be afraid of them flying off. There's even an IP55 rating, which means it can handle sweat without breaking one. Okay, corny puns aside, let's dive into the sound. Now what we have here is 10mm dynamic boost drivers that OnePlus promises delivers great bass. And well, they met my expectation in that regard. There's a lot of impact from the bass, and with EDM or other bass heavy tracks, you can feel it pumping in your ears. But when it comes to the mids, they feel recessed and the highs feel truncated. Yes, this is very much the same sound signature that we had experienced before with the OnePlus Buds. So if you're looking for a balanced sound signature, then the Oppo Enco W31 and W51 are still miles ahead in terms of detail resolution and instrument separation. On the codec side of things, we have access to AAC high quality audio on all supported devices. But with a OnePlus device, there are a lot more customizations available. We can jump into Dolby Atmos inside the sound settings, and with the Buds Z paired, we can choose from several different sound scenarios and preferences. We even have an equalizer in here, which allows us to tune the Buds to our liking. So I like these a bit more than the original OnePlus Buds. They form a nice seal with my ear canal, which means even though they technically have smaller drivers, I ended up enjoying the bass a bit more on these. So has the sound quality improved? Well, it's still but the listening experience feels much better here. Speaking of improvements, one of our major complaints with the OnePlus Buds was that you could only customize the controls on them through a OnePlus phone. Basically, it's like an Apple Watch. Yes, it can pair with an Android device, but it works so much better with an iPhone. Well, OnePlus has addressed that as well. We can customize the OnePlus Buds Z with the Hey Melody app. It works with Android devices running Android 6.0 Marshmallow and up. Here it is working on my LG G8X. Once the earbuds are recognized, we get a basic set of info, the battery life of the earbuds and the case. Well, it's blank here, but that's where the case battery is supposed to slot in. There's an option to firmware update, and lastly, we can choose what double tapping on each of the earbuds do. But if we move over to a OnePlus device, well, we get all that stuff. So auto updates, ASE, customizable taps, all from the Bluetooth settings menu. So a lot more hassle-free. We also get the support for Dolby Atmos that we mentioned before. Then there's Quick Pair and Quick Connect, and they work perfectly. And yes, we even have Quick Switch. Just hold on for 3 seconds on either earbud and the Buds Z will switch connection to another device. I love this feature and wish more earphones had implemented this. End of the day, the experience is still a tad more refined on OnePlus phones, but I'm happy that this time around, other phones aren't left feeling like a second-class citizen if they end up pairing with the OnePlus Buds Z. Coming down to the controls themselves, we have the usual choices. So we can configure each earbud to either change tracks, play or pause, call up Google Assistant, as well as accept and end calls. We have Bluetooth 5.0 on board and there's 2 mics, one on top of the bud and another at the end of the stock. I tried taking a few phone calls with the Buds Z and there were no complaints from either side, and the reception seemed fine from my end, even when I walked away from the phone and paced around the room. So range and call quality both seem to be quite good. Now the keen-eyed among you may have noticed that there is no specific gaming mode on here. That's cause, like last time, the 103 millisecond response timing is only available through Fanatic mode on, you guessed it, OnePlus devices. And like last time, we also have auto pause and resume, and well, that works quite well. Anyway, the good thing here is that if you're not a gamer but more of a movie buff, then OnePlus claims that the Buds Z can last around 5 hours on a single charge, 20 hours with the case included. Nice. In our testing, the Buds Z seemed to hold up pretty well, giving over 4 hours with the volume at around 80%. As for phone calls, the official claim is for 3 hours on the 40 mAh batteries included in the Buds. The case comes with an additional 450 mAh, so overall the battery life here quite decent. OnePlus though have always been known for fast charging, and the Buds Z support it too. The official numbers are 10 minutes of charge for a combined case plus earphone playback time of about 3 hours. The OnePlus Buds do better in that regard, but for the price, I can't really complain. Yes, the price. At 2,999 rupees, the OnePlus Buds Z is cheaper than the original OnePlus Buds. They also have a better fit, in my opinion are more comfortable, have a punchier baseline, and don't sport controls that are limited to OnePlus only phones. So yeah, it's pretty much an upgrade in all regards. But then, who is the OnePlus Buds Z for? Well, if you own a OnePlus device and you want a pair of TWS, then the Buds Z at 3,000 rupees are a great buy. Now, if you aren't rocking a OnePlus device, but you want quick switch and you're okay with a bass-heavy sound signature, then these lightweight buds might still be worth looking into. But for everyone else who don't want overpowering bass, then the Oppo Enco W31 and W51 would still be a better choice. So that's been my 2 cents. Now I want to know what you guys think. Which TWS would you pick up? Also, one thing that I really liked here is that OnePlus has taken all the criticism about their first generation OnePlus Buds and then bounced right back with a cheaper product that solves most of those issues. So even though I wasn't blown away with the sound quality here, I have high hopes that OnePlus would do better with their next generation TWS. What about you guys though? Do you think OnePlus is on the right track here? Let's talk all things OnePlus in the comments down below. As always, like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching till the end, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.